and your birthright. Claim it. We come together each morning to know the truth, get inspiration, and come together as a community.
That's right. And apparently cake up.
Cake up?
That's right.
All right, okay.
Stack those chips. Talking about money, prosperity.
They're cake up. I've never heard that term.
Never heard that term?
No.
Yeah.
I'm a LALALAND.
Welcome to Cake Up and welcome all of our special guests today. I'm so excited to welcome you this morning back in the studio.
Morning.
Good morning.
Whoa, we've got a story bike in the house. And the founder, Mark, is with us. How are you today, Mark?
I'm good. How are you guys? Good morning.
We're excited that you're here. Thanks for rolling in, pun intended.
Literally rolled in.
Rolling in deep. So here in Good Morning LALALAND, we like to know, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine like?
Yeah, my morning routine, I wake up and I go hit the gym where I get to see my buddy Ron every day. And then from there, I try and meet with a group of guys for a morning mentor session, motivation for the day. And then I'm usually at the office by 8:45.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mark is part of that 5 a.m. wrecking crew at the gym.
Oh, that's how you guys knew each other.
Yeah, he eats those weights, man. He eats
Live your story, love your ride. I see what's happening. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You've got, good morning, Leticia is next. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you guys?
We're so excited you're here, and we're so excited that you brought that hat.
Yes.
Tess.
And now I want to show you.
Congratulations on the massive success of your launch. Tell us a little bit about how you start your day and what your morning routine is.
Every morning is the same thing for me. I need my mom. I call my mom every morning on the East Coast. It's like the start of my day. It gets me going. Then I do 4 miles. Every morning I run 2 down and 2 up. Get my heart like I just get it, like my body moving, my heartbeat racing, and then I do my peppermint tea, and then it's emails, work, and then I get my day going.
Woo.
She's productive right away. Love it.
Exactly. Sounds like my bae. See what I'm doing there, LJ?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. How are you this morning, LJ?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good. We're so excited that you're here with us, and congratulations on your new hit. Tell us about your morning routine. How do you start your day?
Definitely. Wake up every day, same as me, 5 a.m. Hit the gym in the morning, and then from there, just kind of whatever comes first, honestly.
As a musician, as a pop artist, how important is music to your morning?
It's everything. It sets your day, sets your mood. You know, how you start your morning, you know, is pretty much how the rest of your day is going to go.
I hear you.
Especially in LA, right?
Exactly. That's why we're starting our morning with Good Morning LaLa. And Matt Letcher is in the house. He is starring in the Netflix hit Narcos Mexico. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
So how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
If I'm not shooting, then I'm at home, and I don't know about these guys, but I've got kids, I've got a family, and my morning usually consists of getting a bunch of calories into a bunch of other living beings. So my dog wakes me up by hitting her paws on the bed, and she gets fed first and let outside. Then I feed my son. Then I pack him calories for later at school, and then I get myself calories, and then I go for a run, and then everybody is fed, and I kind of just stare at the walls for the next 8 hours wondering.
Well, that's a way to start the day. I start my day driving down Sunset Boulevard here in Los Angeles, and you know who I see?
Who do you see?
The Narcos Netflix.
Everywhere, right?
The faces
Yeah.
just all over town. I'm so excited for the massive success. We know it launched just last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, so it is available now to binge, right?
It is, yeah. Everything's out there, and it's really good. I'm really proud of it.
More calories.
That's right.
Calories. Oh, well, Michael Vinling is in the house. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. How are we doing?
He's starring in the CW's hit series All American.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're looking All American with those Pittsburgh Steelers on
Right?
today.
Of course.
The Steelers.
Yes. Black and yellow all day long.
Spot on brand. You know, he plays a quarterback in the series, so it's only fitting, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a Roethlisberger fan?
I'm a big Roethlisberger fan, of course.
So how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
I mean, basically just the same as these fine people. Not at 5 a.m. though. I wake up and I hit the gym with my other castmates and one of our trainer, and then we basically just go to work. We're still shooting right now, which is fantastic, and that's generally what we do every single morning.
And then your nightly routine is Netflix some binge on Narcos, right?
Of course. Of course. Absolutely.
Exactly. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Awesome.
Got a heavy group of hitters in the house, right?
do, right, yeah.
Talk about Wealth Wednesday. They clearly have monetized their art,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Really important in this city, huh?
Nothing better than monetizing your art, right?
It's great to get paid to do what you love.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of that, I went to a great show last night at Vibrato. A special shout out to Joey Fulco. It was a show for her 22nd birthday. We've seen the Fulcos here. They're America's family band. We went on the invitation of Mr. John Ferreter, and they played last night as well. His band, The Tearaways. It was a total smash hit. It was so much fun. It was packed out. So thank you, Ian Alpert, owner of Vibrato, for hosting us.
I love the Tearaways. I mean, they have their specific sound, but they do remind me of the Beatles. I'm not going to lie. It's like that really feel-good music that is timeless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally. And somewhere between like Beatles meets Beach Boys.
Right? Totally. I love that.
Music.
I wish I had great stories to check in, but honestly, I've been like at my desk nonstop launching the back end of Soul Society, so I've just been like nonstop. But we did officially get La Pierre Hotel for the first Tuesday of every month. We're going to be launching what's called Soul Sessions, and it's going to be great. Just coming for a transformational evening. We're going to have some panels, some guest speakers, and just get into creating community.
I love it. So what can people expect to learn there?
Well, you know, we're based in truth as I'm a New Thought minister, so you're going to be learning just about truth. Like any place that you're feeling suffering in your life, there's a truth to be known around it. There's a shift to be happen in the mind, and just knowing that truth and holding that space for miracles and for breakthroughs and healing for people, and then having a distinction each month. Something, you know, we'll be focusing on money and career. Maybe 1 month we'll do health and wellness. 1 month we'll do relationships and love. Taking the different areas of our life and making sure that everyone's holding space.
Yeah, it's a
right?
total life transformation makeover.
That's right. And we might even have some beauty from the inside out. You never know.
Love
Jeff
it.
is,
Speaking of
launching all
life,
out.
life transformation makeover. I'm hosting a Focus on Beauty event here at the Focus TV studios this Saturday. I'm so excited. Dr. Landon Pryor, he is an award-winning plastic surgeon, is flying in from Chicago. He's also certified here in Beverly Hills, and so we're hosting special price on fillers, Botox, really cool like cryofacials and different treatments, so we can really put our best face forward this holiday season. So whatever that is that works for you, you're welcome to join us. Slide into our DMs, leave us a comment, and I'll get you all set up.
That's fantastic.
That's exciting.
I feel like if I could just move into the Focus studio, my whole life would be perfect,
Well,
right? I could get all the beauty stuff I need, all the soul stuff I need.
Lots of swag bags going on around here for
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, speaking of swag bags, we are still giving away a Quick Sonic and the full line of GX Life, which was founded by Dr. J. Dr. J's Naturals. She was a guest on our show last week. If you like and follow Good Morning LALALAND and like and follow at Quick Sonic, you're entered to win, so be sure to do that. It's over $600 worth of product, and it's so good.
Super
Love
cool.
it,
And that
love
one's
it.
called Zoe, right?
That is the Zoe.
Yeah, my little
Love
niece
it.
Zoe loves it. She's like, I have to have one. It's my name too.
Okay, well, we don't have a ton of time to talk about today's Wealth Wednesday, but I do want to touch on a topic very important. CNBC says a growing percentage of young millennials have absolutely nothing in savings. It's kind of scary. They actually said between the age of 18 and 24, they have less than $1,000 in their savings, and half of them have zero savings. So I'm not sure what to think about this as far as truth-wise, but I do think that if you are somebody that has, wisdom, knowledge, or whatever, be a mentor, be a coach, whatever, just give service to whoever you can. Reach out to somebody, ask them what they need, how you can help them in understanding finances, or give them a book that really helped you, or whatever that is,
If you don't
right?
have time or wisdom, you can always share your money.
There you go. Or you can just go
open to receive,
check, right?
as we are.
Rob, we know you're incredibly well-read. Is there a book or a publication that you would recommend in the realm of finances?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I still love Think and Grow Rich, but I would
Such a great
read
book.
the revised version, or the second edition, which was Think and Grow Rich with Peace of Mind. I would just start there if I was a millennial. I think that's one of the best places to start. Of course, there are lots of books, and one of your favorite books I know is Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, I think those two, honestly,
Yeah,
you
right?
summed them up.
Yeah.
One's for mindset, and one's like to really understand the technical terms around just assets and liabilities and stuff like that.
Exactly. Any book you love, Jess?
I personally Think and Grow Rich, but I also am excited to announce that Apple just launched Entrepreneur Camp.
Oh.
And they're specializing in female founders and businesses that have at least one woman leading the development team. And it's launching in January, and I'm just so excited that that Google and Apple are creating this space for women in business and really teaching. So maybe that's a great way for them to start learning how to build their business so they can build their finances and save.
That's right.
It's overdue, isn't it?
That's right, just a conversation. Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to ask our incredible guests how they have monetized their art. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
you for tuning in to the Model Mama Show. I'm your host, Tara Tenner, and Shelton, we are signing off. Thanks, bye.
Beautiful.
I'm so glad to have you. Thank you.
I feel so lucky. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. Cheers. Here's to a good Friday night. Thanks, Michelle, and I will see you again next time.
And thank you everyone for joining in. This has been another episode of Mind, Body, Spirit, and I'm Dr. Kate.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys live your best life. Peace out. Peace out.
And thank you for watching the LA Home Show, where we discuss all things real estate, interior design, and much, much more.
We'll see you next time. You're watching Passion to Paycheck on the Focus TV network.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.
So I'm your host, Serena Poon, and thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
And if you want to binge watch these videos, they will be on Focus TV network. Check that out. We will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, everyone.
Bye. I greatly appreciate your service.
It was an honor to serve. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode of Purpose. I am your host, Brittany Zonker, and I will see you next time. It's been such a treat to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you.
Erin Ziering, millennial moms, the best blogger parent out there.
Thank you.
Aww. Thanks guys for watching.
All right, thanks guys for watching. You're watching the Ren Wood Show on Focus TV Network. We'll see you next time. Until next time, guys, on Focus TV Network, sipping that tea where we sip
Yes,
that tea,
and our guest spiller. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Well, thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time on Moms Matter.
Thank you for listening, and DM us, follow us on social media.
Charo, baby! Coochie, 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 coo.
I appreciate your time today. Casey Montoya, you are a woman warrior.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you for letting me talk about this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's so sweet.
Thank you to the Focus TV studios for another great episode, and I'll see you guys next time.
We are Good Morning LALALAND, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. And you can listen to all your favorite interviews available as a podcast on iTunes.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and check out these amazing, amazing people.
It's going to be a Good Morning LALALAND.
Well, thank you so much for watching and for listening to Celeb CEOs with Rachel McCord. This is Erin Kerman, and we've got Jax, and tell me her name one more time. Lucy in the studio making lots of fun noises. Mwah, we love you. Tune in next time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, thanks.
Welcome back to Good Morning LALALAND. I'm so excited to welcome to the show Mr. Matt Letcher. He is starring in the Netflix hit Narcos Mexico. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
To the show, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
We're talking hashtag Wealth Wednesday, and it's incredible that not only have you monetized your art, but you have had some of the most iconic roles in television.
Indeed.
Empire, Scandal. What's been your secret to success?
I mean, it's a good question because that's, you know, if anybody knew what that was as far as acting goes, then somebody would be very, very selling the secret. For me, it was, starting out anyway, my whole goal was I just want to be as good at this thing as I can possibly be and as versatile as possible. So I can do a sitcom, multi-camera sitcom. I can do a drama. I can do features. I can do stage. I can do Broadway. You know, and I've done all that stuff, and so it's added a lot of variety to my career, and I think a lot of longevity. And people, when they're looking to hire an actor, I think they're looking for that kind of versatility. They're looking for somebody who's pliable. You know.
So were you one of those that just kind of were born having talent, or did you have to put in that 10,000 hours, or what was that like for you?
Well, I do think there's something to being like having it or not having it, when it comes to performing arts anyway. And I do also think it can be taught and enhanced, and expanded upon. But when I first started acting in the theater in high school, like something just clicked for me. I just knew that I was good at it, and I knew I felt at home there. And so I just kept rolling with it for as long as it would go. And I just, once I got a little older, I realized, okay, this is the thing I'm supposed to be doing. Right. And I'm just gonna jump in with both and see what happens.
So what is it like, Mom? It's like you're walking down the street in LA, you get recognized all the time, I'm sure. So is that, do you not like that?
I get recognized just the right amount. There's like an amount where it's like, wait, hey, how come nobody's recognizing me? And then there's the amount where you're, Tom Cruise and you have to travel around in bulletproof vans. I get, like once or twice a day, I get somebody saying, oh man, love your work in this, love your work in that. And that's perfect. That's great. That's fantastic.
We love your work, and we're excited to take a look at Narcos Mexico. Let's take a peek.
Mexicans don't work like that, Kiki, okay? Organized, structured, they just... Look, no offense.
Hey, you're making some big leaps, okay? Price of weed holding steady for a couple of months, yeah, that could mean something, but it also could just be a coincidence. Now, you want, I can try and request another recon flight.
Is that gonna change anything?
We work with the system we got.
Well, the joke's on us because the system's busted. I mean, are you guys okay with that? Chasing some Mickey Mouse bust while some assholes changing the game right under our fucking noses?
Look, man, hey, if there's a new doper in town, sooner or later, someone's gonna take him out. That's just the way it works down here.
Nothing down here works.
Enlighten us. Do you have a plan for reverse decades of institutional corruption, or is this it? Turns out all we needed to fix Mexico was a well-timed temper tantrum.
Is it that you don't give a shit, or it's been so long you forgot what doing your job actually looks like?
You want to run that by me outside?
I'd love to, pal.
Narcos is such a very interesting take on the modern drug war. Tell us about your experience on the show.
Well, my experience personally was fantastic. It's this iteration of Narcos Mexico, takes us back actually to the very beginnings of the Mexican cartels. So it's really the events that happen over the course of this season are what lead to the beginnings of the drug war between the U.S. and Mexico. It culminates with the capture and death of the agent Kiki Camarena, who's played by Michael Pena, brilliantly, and it was illuminating for me in many ways. I didn't understand a lot about how the whole cartel system started in that part of the country. I also didn't understand a lot about our country's attitude towards it in the beginning, which was very lax, which was very, I don't want to say uncaring, but they didn't take it as seriously as they probably should have at the time. So it was a big learning lesson for me. And then outside of that, just getting to work with actors like Mike, like Diego Luna, and some of the amazing other Mexican actors we have in the show was kind of a dream.
What do you love most about this character?
What do I love most about this character? Well, I play the guy, his name is James Kirkendall, and he was the special agent in charge of the Guadalajara DEA office. He's still alive today. He lives in Texas, and I talk with him frequently, and I went down there and I stayed with him for a few days. I love his understated authenticity. I mean, technically he was the boss down in Guadalajara, but he wasn't one of those guys that had to go around reminding everybody he was the boss, He was like, I'm gonna let you do your job, and if I see something I need to step in, I'll do that, but really light reins, he let people be who they were and allowed their strengths to flourish, which I think is the hallmark of a pretty great boss.
Love that. It's the Andy Waldman of the world.
Special shout out to our executive producer. Well, Narcos Mexico is available to binge on Netflix currently. Do you have any other projects coming up that you're excited about?
I'm also a playwright, and I'm finishing up something that I'm hoping to go into production with pretty soon. So,
exciting.
Yeah, I try and keep both sides of the ledger as busy as possible, and that's what's up next.
So where can people find and follow your journey so you can announce this next play?
I'm on Twitter at Matt Lesher, and I'm on Instagram at Real Matt Lesher. So any and all announcements can be found there.
Nice. Good.
What a
Keeping
pleasure.
it real. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks,
Stay
guys.
tuned. We'll be
Appreciate
back
it.
with more of Good Morning LaLaLand.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. I hope you have.
Latricia Roll is in the house. We're talking about Wealth Wednesday and monetizing the things that you love and your art. And so hence, we've got some goodies here for us. How are you?
Yes, I do. I'm awesome. How are you?
So good. Great to see you.
Welcome to LaLaLand. We know you just made the big move from the East Coast to the West Coast. Tell us, a little bit about your journey and what inspired you to create these hats.
Okay, so my journey started I'm from Massachusetts, and I grew up with all this head of hair. And
which is gorgeous.
Thank you so
by
much.
the way.
Thank you so much. But it was always hard to put a hat on my head. So I played sports growing up, and I played softball. And I remember calling my mom and being like, "Mom, I don't want to wear the hat, dude." And she was like, "You have to. You don't have a choice."
I wouldn't want to wear the hat either. My hair looked like this.
Thank you. But it never fit over my head, so that was the issue. Let's rewind 3 years ago. My girlfriends were rushing me to go to a baseball game. And I was like, I need some time to diffuse. If anybody has curly hair, they know you need like 20 minutes to diffuse, because if it gets wet, you need a whole day for it to dry if you want all this volume. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a hat for me. For me, that I could just throw on and go to the baseball game and hang out. So I did. It took me about 3 years, and I made the hat literally for things that I use for my hair on a regular day basis. So it's satin lining, so curly girls know, women know in general. Satin, anything, it just holds your hair. It doesn't make it frizzy. It protects your hair.
That's why I sleep on a satin pillowcase.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, you have the satin bonnets, everything. It protects your hair. So I hate hat hair. It's not cute. When I wore hats, I would look like a hot mess afterwards. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I thought of the satin lining. And playing sports, I used elastics in the front of my hair when I played basketball and everything. So I built in hair elastics in the back of the hat, so you don't actually need an elastic for your hat at all.
Wow.
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And then you have a high crown design, so my curls aren't going to be flattened, and it's going to be cool, and it's going to preserve my hair.
Oh, this is genius.
Thank you.
You have a model with you today
Yes,
that's
I
going to
do.
show us how to put it on, right?
Yes.
Okay, come on in here.
No, my girlfriend Erin, she's beautiful curls. The most hair you've ever seen on anybody's head, obviously.
Have a seat. Okay.
And it's really easy.
Oh,
look at your hair, is so beautiful.
I have
a lot of hair.
It's a great hat, but your hair.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. So you don't even need a pony.
You don't need a ponytail. This is literally your pony. So you're putting it in like it's your elastic.
And you're not going to get the crease.
You're not going to get
hat hair.
Or hat hair. It's literally the easiest thing ever. And it's not going to be laying on your neck. You know, like when your hair lays in your neck and you're hot and you don't do that. It sits perfectly on the back of your neck.
Cool.
My sister would have killed for these years. Oh my gosh, she played softball, the whole thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the goal for all women to have.
This is really changing the game. I'm not going to have to wash my hair after wearing a hat.
No, and she can take it off, and all you have to do is, you know, like that little zhuzh, you know, the herbal essence shake.
Yeah, thank you for the satin. These are incredible. So where can people find and follow you and get these hats?
Yes, so we sell them online only right now, tressforus.com, and that's what we're doing right now. We actually are coming out with a whole women's line with new era for spring 2019. So that's really exciting.
So awesome.
Yeah,
Embracing the curls.
Yes,
love it.
embracing the curls, loving yourself, and not having to straighten your hair to wear a baseball hat.
Honestly.
Like,
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for all your work.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm Kimberly Chang, and I'm a woman warrior.
And then another one, not so newsy. I'm just kidding. You guys are all so newsy. I'm like, who was that? Was that Liberty?
Do you want the definition of a woman warrior?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Oh, I'm definitely. She's like,
okay.
Give me the question. So it could be resilience.
I was just gonna say that.
Okay, great. Done. Done. That's a great one. Woo! Love that.
We're gonna keep it real on Sweat with Soul. That's a wrap. Okay. I said Dr. B Show. I'm just having fun. This is so hard. What else do I need to do? Oh. That's my life. That's funny. No, can we start all over? That's too much talking. Do I just talk again? That was so hard. Thank you.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. LJ is in the house. He is a pop artist and he is on fire. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're so excited for your new song, My Bay. Tell us a little bit about it.
Definitely. My Bay remix. It's the first song from the single from the album Intentions that we're pushing. We put it out. We got a big viral sensation on SoundCloud with over 35 million streams.
Wow.
35 million? You're so low-key about that.
I know, you said it like it was 35.
Right, yeah.
We got the real LJ in the house.
So what do you do to celebrate something like that?
Honestly, it just makes me want to work harder with my team. And we've just been recording. Actually, the full album is coming out amazing. And one of my other singles, Special, got placed on a movie soundtrack called Never Heard with Carucci, David Banner, and Romeo. And I actually have a small part in the movie, which is coming out.
That's what's up, man.
Awesome.
So, sorry.
Tell us a little bit about the video.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, man. We shot that downtown. Shout out to Shorty Mac and the full team and all that. Had amazing models that came on set from the model experience. I did a lot of runway fashion shows and stuff like that. So they became a part of it. And yeah, it was.
Where's my invite, bro?
I got you next time for sure.
Phone call.
Definitely
I have a
got
question
that
for you
phone
because
call.
we're talking about Wealth Wednesday and monetizing your art. What does that look like? You talk about your team. Like, when somebody's out there like, starting to get their art going, they got some jam going, but what does it look like to actually have a team? And like, what is that like for you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, shout out to my hostess, Barbara.
There you go.
She plays a very big part. My street team, the ones that handle my sound for my shows. I've been traveling with Power 106, going to different high schools, performing at halftime, and speaking to the students, just trying to point them in the right direction. And things have just been gravitating and taking off left and right. So I'm very grateful.
Love it. What's been the hardest part of your journey so far? Has it been getting the word out? Was it just sticking to it? Was it making the music? What part's been the most challenging?
The most challenging, I think, my schedule, just adapting to everything more, I would say. As far as the music side, that's been the most, I would say, easiest. Just it's been my outlet, like to perform and to write. That's just what I love to do naturally. So to be able to really be in my element and really seeing like things come to life, and when I'm at these different high schools and just the fans, how they react, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing.
One of the things I love most about you is that you are an artist who supports artists. We actually met at the Artist Project LA.
That's right. Yes.
That's partnered with Getty Images, and we were there to support other artists. And
Exactly.
I think that's so incredible that you're giving back. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely, yeah. Shout out to Michael. They've treated me with a lot of love and support over there. But that's what it's about. You got to be able, to show love and support to other upcoming artists, and collabing, and just, it's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, especially your father, Rome,
Yes,
multi-platinum artist.
Yes, that's Pops. That's Pops.
I mean, what is that like though for you? That's a lot to live up to. How much has he inspired you as your journey as an artist?
Well, like the two people I always looked up to was my Pops and Michael Jackson growing up. So I got to really, see the behind the scenes on him being in the studio, making an album, preparing for a tour, really, seeing all the hard work that goes behind the scenes that a lot of people don't get to see. So it really just inspired me, honestly, and for me to, I told him, I said, in high school, I was just mostly focused on, basketball and just my academics. After high school, I had a turning point in my life to, okay, what do I really want to do? And that's when I stepped back into the entertainment and was like, okay, I'm really ready for this, and I want to make my own name.
Did you always know you'd be successful at it, or did you have doubts?
Honestly, I felt with the right team behind me that anything is possible. Keeping God first. Nothing can stop you.
Yeah,
I love
what's
it.
up, man.
So speaking of, we're hoping you'd give us a little song, sing it, little something for the
tease, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, have your moment.
All right, so this one's called Special. It's actually on the soundtrack I've Never Heard, which is actually out now on iTunes and Amazon. Make sure you guys, download that. Shout out to Josh Reber. But this one's called Special. You got that special love. You got that special love. And your love is always good.
Yeah.
It's always
Love
good.
it.
That's like a bae.
And then we got the My Bay, which is out right now. Make sure you guys download on all streaming platforms. Yeah, I call her my bae. Yeah, I call her my bae. Cause she sweet, just sweet. Yeah, I call her my bae. Yeah, I call her my bae. Cause she good to me.
You can call me back.
Hey!
Tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
Definitely on all streaming platforms. The Real LJ, TheRealEljay.
There it is.
Amazing. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Hi, world.
Hi.
We are behind the scenes here at the Focus TV network.
This is my first time ever going live.
Really?
I've never gone live.
Okay, good. So I'm glad. See, we're finally live.
Yeah.
This is good.
Thank you, Erica.
Yeah, girl.
For making it happen.
Also, follow at _Erica Delica. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna cut it off.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
No, just put it in the middle.
Yeah! Dum 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 dum.
Are you asking what my nationality? Oh, I'm Mexican and Russian.
I'm Mexican and Spanish. A little Irish in there.
All the colors of the white rainbow.
Exactly. All the colors of the Blanco rainbow. That means white in Spanish.
Good job.
Hi, my name is Jessie Golden, and I am the creator of The Golden Secrets, a completely, no, hang on a second, sorry. Can we start over? And this is my secret to golden, no, sorry. Just retrain your brain for the positive. Yeah, it's like so hard. It's so hard. Oh my God, such the process. I got it. Yes, a golden secret. It's no longer a golden secret.
2.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I'm so excited to welcome to the show star of CW's All-American, Michael Evans-Bailing. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, guys.
Congrats on all
Thank
the
you.
success.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, speaking of Wealth Wednesday, you know, we want to know, have you monetized your art? Was that hard? What's your story around it?
I mean, I guess just the whole acting thing is because it's just been the monetization of my art form, if you will. I'm very, very new to this whole acting atmosphere. I started over a little over a year ago.
Wow.
And you know, I found myself in this beautiful role of Jordan Baker and working on this beautiful network of the CW and working with these fantastic actors, and I've really been just very lucky, if you will.
Well, you can't be lucky unless you're in the game, and you must have some skills. But congratulations, that is pretty fast and furious for Hollywood.
Thank you.
Absolutely. TV Guide said it's a must-watch series. It's editor's pick. I mean, hey, it's on right after Riverdale, and you're the quarterback of the whole series.
I am.
You know, at Beverly Hills High.
Beverly Hills High.
But it's a really interesting conversation. Has a lot of social commentary as well. Let's talk a little bit about that.
You know, what it does. I guess the best thing about the show is that we hit these issues, if you will, but we hit them in the best way. We don't shove them down your throat. We don't kick them in your face. We make them come out organically. And I love that about our show. And I've seen other shows like where they're just pushing it too hard. It's like, as a viewer, it makes me think, you're trying too hard.
So what do you relate to? What has been some of the issues that you guys have touched on that you're like, oh yeah,
Me personally? I mean, you know, the whole police stop. We do a police stop in episode 3, you know, where my character kind of gets a taste of Crenshaw. And Spencer, who is the lead, he kind of gets you know, he kind of realizes that my character, we are kind of similar, although we aren't the same complexion. That's been, I guess, the closest similarity I can find to myself and Jordan, and within the show, just because that's real. It's real, and it's messed up the fact that it is real. But like I said, I love the fact that we can talk about these issues in the best way, in the most organic way. And hopefully the viewers can see that and finally relate to what's going on in America.
Fantastic. What do you love most acting?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I've always, from like a young age, just been like a very energetic young kid and doing young skits and videos and whatnot, and being this
even as a little guy.
Even as a little guy, yeah. I think that it's just cool to come out there and tell a story other than your own. You know, doing those skits, you know, you be a character, sometimes you're yourself, but being Jordan, I'm stepping into somebody else's shoes and thinking like Jordan, and it's a different, and it's tough for me because Jordan's he's a little wild. He's a lot cockier than I am, and he's a lot, you know, he's a hothead and whatnot. But stepping into that role is definitely challenging, but it's also, it's fantastic.
So is there anything you've learned about yourself in stepping into the role of Jordan?
That I can do a lot more than I thought that I could.
Ooh, like what?
It's a good one.
You know, emotion was really tough for me. You know, just expressing it with my family and whatnot, and with this role, you know, working with these great actors, Tay Diggs, you know, X, Y, and Z, whoever else, they push it out of you, and the emotion has to come, and it's either you keep up or you get left behind.
Wow.
No.
I think that acting is one of the highest art forms because we're really just playing a character. Our personality is really, we get to play with it, and so it's such a great form for you to bring perspective and new revelations through embodying that. So thank you so much for all your work. How can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at MichaelBO5 or at Michael Bailing E.
There it is.
Of course, on the CW at 9/8 Central. Wednesday nights.
Just after Riverdale.
Just after Riverdale. Yes,
Thank you so much for sharing your time and talent with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned. We'll be
Thank you
back
so
with more
much.
on Good Morning La La Land.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. I hope you have.
Mark Gustafson. I can't say it.
Gustafson.
Wait, tell us how to say your last name, please.
Gustafson.
But say how you were trying to tell
I was just telling all my cousins who are school teachers, say Gus, tough, son.
See? Now you'll remember his name. That's why I had to
Forever.
mess it up so you remember. So he is the founder of Story Bikes.
Yes.
So great to have us in the house.
Thank you.
What is Story Bikes?
Story Bikes is an electric bike company with a philanthropic mission. And we created Story Bikes because we wanted to get an electric bike that didn't look like an electric bike. There's a whole story behind that. But we didn't just want to create a product. Like our whole thing was we wanted to create a brand with a bigger purpose. So there's a long story how we ended up with our partners. But for every one of our electric bikes we sell, we donate a bike called a Buffalo Bike through our organization, World Bicycle Relief. Women and children in developing nations. And we actually just got back Sunday night. My two partners were in Zimbabwe, where they donated bikes to the entire school on behalf of Story Bikes. These kids were walking 7 miles each direction to school every day in the dark on the way home. So it's, especially for the girls, it's much safer on a bike. And they actually got a ride home with them the day after they got the bikes to like see their experience. And they were dead just being on a bike. And instead of getting home at like 9 o'clock at night, they got home at 7 o'clock at night. And that's just one example of how it just completely transforms their lives.
So you're saying that I can not only look like I'm not breaking a sweat when I go out and pretend like I'm riding a regular bike, but it's actually not. And then I also get to help donate and make a difference in people's lives. That's pretty good. That's a good story.
Thank
you.
That. Good story.
It's a good story? Oprah thinks it's a pretty good story, huh?
Exactly, yeah. So we were just put in Oprah Magazine's favorite thing for Christmas. That actually helped boost us to speed up our trip that we went to Zimbabwe. So we're in Oprah's Magazine's favorite things for Christmas.
Congratulations.
Oprah does a pretty good job of speeding things up, doesn't she?
She does. It definitely helps. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Opened all sorts of doors.
So tell us about your personal story.
Yeah, my personal story. Well, I've always been a serial entrepreneur. I've done everything that you can name it. Even also was a full-time firefighter at a time. And what led to Story Bikes and how we got here today was I was actually a former competitive cyclist, traveled everywhere. And a few years ago, my partner and I were in Santa Monica, got on some electric bikes. We're like, man, these are awesome. And like here we are in the west side of LA, driving everywhere, parking everywhere. And but everything out there was like these big, ugly, heavy electric bikes that were $5,000. So I'd been manufacturing fitness patents, all these things, and decided to design a bike. And that was at the same time where we're like, all right, we're doing something cool here. And I'd spent some time in Kenya, some friends been playing rugby, and saw the huge need for mobility globally. So we're like, how do we help people get around in our world and be more efficient, help the environment, but more importantly, like help mobilize people globally. And here we are today.
Double bottom line, I love it.
Yeah.
So being a serial entrepreneur, what would you say you've discovered that's absolutely most important for entrepreneurs to know?
I think the most important thing is, I think people are looking for that idea. Like, all right, they sit in their office, what can I do to make money, right? And it's like, okay, we could have just built an electric bike, and what's the cheapest one? How are we going to sell the most? And okay, that might work for the short term, but it's like, all right, let's think about the big picture. What's going to get me excited? What's going to make me antsy on Sunday afternoon because no one's answering my emails and want to go in the office Monday morning? And more importantly, it's like everyone, even here we are in LA, everyone's a dreamer, and Silicon Beach and all these startups. I mean, everyone always talks about their ideas. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, just take one step forward. Like, all right, tomorrow I may be stuck in my job and I have a family and I have all these commitments. All right, and you want to do this on the side, we'll take 20 minutes tomorrow and knock off one check on that list to move you one step closer to where you want to be.
So what was it about story bikes that made you want to check your emails on a Sunday and get to the office on Monday morning?
Yeah, well, it's just exciting because, I mean, most people don't even know anything about electric bikes, and know nothing about our mission. And I've done some marketing for other companies or even products I've had, and someone always says something negative or criticizes it. Like, we go to an event or fundraiser, or we do test rides. Like, I've literally never had anyone be like, "Oh, that's an ugly bike," or "Oh, that's a stupid mission."
I don't even see where the machine is.
So that's what's awesome about it. One, it rides like a regular bike. We have a unique design with our batteries hidden inside the frame. You can actually flip that little flip up there,
I see the little.
and that's where you charge. But even better, there's a USB power output. Charge your phone. Whatever you need to do.
So we can charge our phone.
Exactly.
We're not in a car anymore. This is
so what I tell people is, like, it's the other electric bikes, not all of them, but is okay. Like, living in LA, I want to get to work and I want to break sweat and crank up the assistance. You're just gonna pedal. You'll feel like Superman. You'll get there quick. But then, hey, on the way home or the way to the gym, you want to get a workout. You can make it as hard or as easy as you want to. So you're not cheating. You're just where you need to go faster.
And what does it retail for?
Yeah, so we have three different models. This is what we call our step-through model, which is our more beach cruiser, hotels, office buildings, and we have a really cool, like, fixie, you'd see in Venice kind of bike as well. This is the one that's featured in Oprah's magazine. It's $16.95, and with Oprah magazine, they're still doing a promotion for Oprah. Just the word Oprah, and it's 10% off on our website.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll promote that. Again, that was Oprah.
Oprah at storybicycles.com.
At storybicycles.com. Again, that was Oprah.
Awesome.
Oprah
That's
magazine.
great.
Yeah, code Oprah.
Code Oprah.
This whole time I thought it was my magnetic personality that got you in the gym at 5 a.m. and it turns out it's story bikes.
No, it's actually just getting to see you every morning. I try and beat you, but somehow you beat me every day.
So great.
So
Thank you
appreciate you,
so
brother.
much for your
Yeah,
innovation and
thanks for
making
having
a
me.
big impact in so many people's lives.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's incredible. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in Good Morning La La Land.
We are the Musketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we be mousin', M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, go Mickey Mouse. Good morning, La La Land.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We've been talking Wealth Wednesday. It's been all about turning your purpose and passion into profit with these extraordinary people. So question of the day for each of you is, what's the #1 tip you would have for people to either discover their purpose or to turn that purpose into profit? So we will start with you, Mark.
The quiz.
All right, the first one.
Quiz moment, man.
Purpose into profit. Well, we kind of just talked about that, but I think you have to be excited about what you're doing. Right? That's the #1 thing. I think people are chasing money. We're talking about Wealth Wednesday, right? So we're thinking about entrepreneurs and making a profit and starting a business. And if you're just chasing the profit and not like the vision and your purpose, and more importantly, what gets you excited, gets you out of bed in the morning. If you're not anxious to jump out of bed first thing in the morning and wanting to work on a Saturday because you can't stop thinking about it, then it's probably not the right mission for you.
Dude, that's huge. That's
Yeah.
coming from a serial entrepreneur right there.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
I have to second everything you just said, but at the same time, I feel like you have to be happy with what you're doing, which I guess kind of just seconds what you just said. But no, you have to be happy with what you're doing, because if you're not happy with what you're doing, then why are you doing it? Are you doing it to fill a void? Are you doing it to just pay the bills? Or you should find what you love and do your best to make money from that. I guess that's kind of very vague and tough to do.
No, actually it's not though.
Yeah, a lot of people say though that do it only if you couldn't imagine living your life doing anything else.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to being an entertainer, right? I mean, it's one of the hardest journeys. Now you have almost had overnight success, but that's not the story for most of the people. In fact, like, coming from the Midwest and now living in Los Angeles, most people would say you're living the dream.
Yeah, I mean, I tell myself I'm living the dream. Every day I wake up, like you said, every day I wake up and I love going to work. I don't care if the call time's 4 a.m. or if it's 9 p.m. and it's a night shoot. Every day I love.
It's huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Honestly, passion. Without passion, you're not gonna do anything very long. I feel, whoever you are, whatever you're trying to do, finding your purpose. But like I said, inspiring others, which is, my overall goal. If it's fitness, if it's fashion, if it's whatever it is that you want to do, go after it. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
What do you, the real LJ, want to be known for?
Honestly, just inspiring people through my music and dance and film, and just making the world a better place and just spreading more love and positivity. So much hate, and someone's always hating on somebody or just doesn't want to see somebody succeed. But if we all just a little bit more, just spread a little bit more positivity and love, it can make a big difference.
What a coincidence you would be on the show.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Hey.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
So I agree with all these handsome men. But for me personally, it was persistence. It took me 3 years to create a hat. First of all, I'm not a designer. I just know I had an issue and I wanted to be fixed. I wanted to be able to wear a baseball hat. How was I gonna do it? I had no idea. But I was so persistent to figure it out. So I would say persistence. Who cares if they say no? Keep going. Doors are gonna shut in your face every day. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been told no plenty of times. So just ignoring the distractions and the noise and staying persistent to what you believe. If you have that vision, like, the sky's the limit.
Do you think there's like an element of faith in that too?
100%. You have faith. You have to believe in yourself. If you want anybody else to believe in yourself, it starts with you.
It's incredible though, and maybe you guys would agree, even the closer you got to your success or living that dream, there's still the self-doubt involved.
100%.
So how do you overcome that?
I think self-doubt is that, you have like those two angels on your shoulders. One's like this and the other one's the negative and the positive. You have to fight it off. I mean, it comes and goes, right? So you have your highs and your lows, but you always have to have that faith in you no matter what. And I think when you have faith and that passion and that love and that happiness that keeps you going every day, that self-doubt, it's gonna you let it flow through your mind. Like, it'll come, but let it I talk it out of my head. Like, when I have crazy days where I don't know what I'm doing with these manufacturers in China, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Really, some days I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Like, take a deep breath, get it together, gut check, lock in, and finish it out.
I love that. It's all about feeding that angel and letting the devil kind of hunt for himself,
So true. I remember I've had a mentor, and this was years ago, and he said, you've got to have what he considered a cold shower. I mean, it's great when you wake up and you're inspired for everything. You're like, yeah, I love what I do, but what do you do with the times where you're like, not enjoying this right now and whatever? That's why I love Story Bike, is because for me, it has to be a higher purpose. It has to be something beyond what, I mean, yes, you want to be happy. Yes, you want to fulfill your passion, but is it for a higher good? Because there's going to be time when you just can't fulfill yourself. There's times that are hard, straight up hard in doing the work. So what is that for you guys? Obviously I know Story Bikes, what that is for you. And of course, it sounds like you guys are really about inspiring people. And what is that for you? What's your cold shower? Gets you up even when you don't feel like it.
Oh, you've already gone.
Oh, we know
what test? Yeah. What's the cold shower? I mean, I guess it's the viewers, resonating with what's going on the screen, and the viewers, feeling what we're giving as actors onto the screen and what our characters are going through, and so that they can understand. The comments that go on, the Instagram posts and whatnot, and on the show, it's. I can feel this as a person, and I can feel this. I can relate to this, and I guess that would be the cold shower for me. I haven't had that moment of. I don't really want to do this, because I'm just amped up. I'm always ready to go. I'm always ready to make him go to work. But it's got to be that, you know, seeing other people who you have no idea who they are, really have no idea who you are, but they see you on screen and they feel something. And they feel better about themselves, or they can, like I said, relate to your character, or relate to the characters on the show.
Absolutely, and what's great about the CW's All-American series is that not only is it entertaining, right? It's igniting a conversation that's living off the screen, that's on Instagram, that's on YouTube, or any of the social medias, and they want to talk about your characters and talk about the journey and how it relates to them personally, and that's so crucial, and I think that speaks a lot to your music as well. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, waking up every day. Every day I go to the studio or perform at different high schools, wherever I'm performing at. It's always a new audition. You know, I could have did amazing one night, but okay, what I'm gonna do tonight, and still bringing in that same love and passion and energy to where they can really feel you, which is, you know, the key. And that's honestly what keeps me going every day. And I'm blessed to wake up to see another day too, because a lot of people don't get to wake up to see another day. So I always take that in account for everything that I do.
That's a good point. I think it's helpful too, like for the people out there who maybe haven't found or discovered what they're most purpose-driven around or most passionate about. It's actually great to have those experiences because, at least in my life, I've had to sort of knock on a lot of wrong doors to get to the right one. And then when you finally get to the right one, there's no question about it. And I never feel like, even for a moment, that I don't want to do what I'm doing every single day. Because I'm like, I worked at the natural gas plant, and I worked as a valet, and I worked in the movie theater, and I worked mowing lawns. So it's like, man, this is like heaven right now. Get to sit and have these conversations with you beautiful people. It's amazing. So I think it helps to, you know, to have some experiences that aren't purpose-driven.
Yeah, for sure. It's all good. So it's Wednesday. What are you guys doing for the rest of the day? Anything fun?
Sleeping. Gotta catch up on sleep.
Yeah.
Were you up late?
We wrapped last night, I think, at 4:30 a.m.
Ooh, that would be this morning.
Wow. I'm gonna get my man.
Definitely me. After this, I got 2 meetings in the studio for the rest of the day until another interview tonight. So,
yeah, love it. You biking back to the Palisades, or?
I'm not biking back now, but I'll be working the rest of the day.
Yeah.
We're very busy right now.
Oh, serious, right?
Yeah, I'm getting back to work, getting things done, and I'm hitting up the movies tonight.
Oh,
nice.
What are you going to see?
Creed 2.
Creed 2? All right.
All right. Well, thank you all again for sharing your time and your talent with us. We are Good Morning LaLaLand, America's first live streaming daily talk show. You can listen to all these interviews available as a podcast on iTunes.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe, and follow all these extraordinary people having a great Wealth Wednesday.
It's going to be a Good Morning LaLaLand.